Hi, my name is Jen. Welcome to my channel on my plants. Today I am going to show you a thing I did. I had talked in my last video about making a planter box with a trellis, and I did that. Well, my husband helped me. I think he was afraid I'd cut my fingers off or something, I don't know. But anyway, my husband helped me. We put it together. We went to, I think, Lowe's and got all this stuff for it. Oh, except for I got casters for the bottom. They came from Harbor Freight. And I had a 2x2 sitting around from something else that I had wanted to build at some point. Maybe it was an extra, I don't know. But anyway, we did build it. It took us, I'll insert some footage while I'm talking. It took us probably about an hour altogether to, cut the pieces, and we used an air gun, but you could screw it or whatever if you wanted to do that. Normally I just screw things together. But we used an air compressor, air nailer, there we go. We used an air nailer to put it together because it's, it doesn't need to be that heavy duty. I would like to do something similar to this at some point, but maybe actually one that I could plant things right directly in. But I think I would want it a bit more shallow. I don't know. Point being, I really love this thing. It didn't take us that long. Like I said, maybe an hour, I think. My husband wants me to paint it. I haven't gotten around to that yet because, I don't know, I'm just slow and lazy most of the time, if we're honest. I paint things 2 years after I built it or whatever. So that was the process of building the box, and I guess I'll go ahead and take you in there and we'll look and see what is in the box, because I think there's some cool stuff in it. This is what we came up with. Sorry, it is a little bit backlit. It is, I think we went with 3 feet long instead of 4. And the trellis overlaps in the center, you can kind of see it. And it is about 4 feet tall. We left the trellis in 4-foot sections, but it goes all the way down into the planter. I just did that for more stability rather than leave it, you know, just at the top edge here and up. So it goes all the way down. I did line it with like, it's just plastic that I stuffed in there to go across the bottom. Because I do have to water in there, but I also have like a pump that I can pump any excess water out with. So we'll see how that goes. But this is what I've got in here right now. I've got my philodendron, I think it was silver stripe. Some of it's kind of reverted, but it's pretty. It's pretty, and it wasn't happy on, I had it on a stick and it kept growing off the top and growing down. So our leaves were growing smaller again. Like, yeah, compared to the reverted one, which is much bigger. But yeah, so, and they're all still just in their pots down there. Epipremnum amplissimum, this one usually has silver stripes on it. You can kind of see them on that leaf there. Some of them look better than others. And I've just like plant velcroed them up against the thing there. This is a type of cissus. I can't remember what it's actually called. If I can find the name, I will put it on the screen. But yeah, if you've been following me for a while, this is the one that was growing across the ceiling in my greenhouse. And it just kept growing off the top of the stick, basically, that it was supported on. Down in there, that is, I want to say it's the silver satin pothos. It's not exotica. It's got different markings. That looks like exotica. Maybe you can see on the older leaves the markings are a bit different. It's more, I don't know, it's different. But yeah, I've just pinned that up there. We'll see how that grows. Monstera standeliana, because I have a bunch of them around. And I think it's a pretty plant. The leaves on this one, from what I can tell anyway, I've never really seen them size up too big. Like, this is among the biggest leaves I've ever gotten on any of my monsteras, or standelianas anyway. So pretty though. Like, look at that. That's gorgeous. Gorgeous. They're all dusty. This is white crisping, which it does on a lot of plants, especially when I underwater them. But new leaves growing. That one there, I'm kind of worried is going to try to like mash itself. The new one coming. I'll have to keep an eye on it. And then this is the philodendron Lynette, I think it's called. And it's just sitting in there. It's not really a climber, or I hear it will be eventually, but for now, it's just chilling in here. There's a Monstera albo in here, which has, every other leaf is just plain green. And there's a variegated one. There's a variegated one. And it has another one coming, which I assume is going to be all green. We'll see. Then I have some Monstera, oh, who are you? Peru, not Peru. Oh, Siltepecana. I think it's the Peruvian one, I'm not sure. It might be El Salvador, but it's pretty. It's got like a silvery kind of color to it as well. This one here I also want to put on an actual pole, but for now I've just kind of like snaked it up through there and pinned it on. So yeah. And then there is next to it, this is not Monstera Peru, even though it looks like it. It's very immature. It is Pinnapartita, I think. Yes, Pinnata partita, yep, it's that. So it was trying to run, and it was giving little bitty leaves because it was just in a pot sitting on a table. But we went ahead and pinned it up there, and we'll see how that goes. And then next to that is this guy here, which is Monstera subpinnata. Does that sound right? A lot of Monstera in here. Monstera subpinnata, which I love. I love it. But we cut it here because it was starting to run. And it's done it again. So this one, it might not last in here. It might just keep throwing out this runner, which here's the end of it here. I've just pinned it back around. It might not last in here. Oh God, pardon me as I get up out of the floor. Because it's 5 foot of just runner there. But if it doesn't get itself together, then we will cut it again and we'll put it on an actual pole. But for now, we're going to see if it'll just make it with some support, because that had obviously grown off the top of its support. It's 10 feet of plant. Well, 10 feet of plant vine altogether, including what has grown. So we'll see, you know. I don't want to cut it or do anything else to it. So, you know, we're just trying this. I don't know, it might not work. But anyway, that is what we've got going on. I kind of love it. I plan to take it outside. It's sitting in front of my door now, which I haven't put the frame back on yet. But anyway, it's sitting in front of the door. It usually spun around the other way, and we're just pushing it out of the way. This is my kitchen. So we just push it back and forth out of the way for now. I had wanted to put it outside, but I have not water sealed that, you know, or treated it with anything. It's just, you know, raw lumber. And I don't know if I want to. I have a habit of leaving raw lumber around, like, and just letting it age naturally and darken and stain and do all the things that wood does when you don't seal it. Which I guess eventually will be rot, but I'm not going to live forever. Neither is the wood. It's cool. I don't know. I love it though. I really do. I love it. I can't wait for it to fill in just a little bit more. There's some more vines in there that are just too short to go up. You know, they won't connect yet. But I think by the end of summer, I'm going to go ahead and say it, that this is going to be covered. I mean, it's just going to be, you won't even be able to see the trellis behind it. That's what I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I love it. It cost $80, about 80 bucks to make it. Between the wood, this was we didn't get the 4x8, we got, I think it's 2 foot. It was 2 foot by 8 foot trellis, one 2x2, and I got casters for on the bottom because it's on wheels, just because it makes my life easier. I can pick it up, but it's heavy and I don't want to if I don't have to. Save the back. But yeah, I do love it. I've seen these for sale. About this size for, I don't know, roughly, if it's made out of wood like that, roughly 140, 150 bucks, maybe 160. I don't know, and I know you can get ones from Amazon that you can just put together, but like this took us an hour, so you know, I'm not complaining about anything. The price I think was fair, and I think the size is big enough. I'm glad I didn't make that 4 foot, because, you know, 3 foot, it's quite big. Oh, I forgot this guy. This is also a philodendron. It just said mini. That is all it was labeled as. And it had some much bigger leaves before I started neglecting it. But anyway, we put it in there because maybe I'll pay attention to it. And I guess for the time being, I'll find a light and like clip it up here, just so it's kind of like pointing down. I have a bunch of like clamp lights, grow lights like that, so I'll find one of those. But yeah, I love that. I do. I don't care. I love it. It's my favorite thing ever right now. So I am hoping to get it painted though. I think I'm just going to paint it white, because then I can just scrub the outside of it up with bleach and, you know, it'll be okay. I know if I do put it outside, it's going to be green, but I don't think it's actually going to go outside. I don't know. I'm kind of attached to it now. I want it in here forever where I can stare at it all the time. The plants would really like to go outside though, so I don't know. Maybe it might get a mini vacation. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, that's it. That's what I had for you today. I just wanted to show you that I did do that, because I had mentioned that if I did it, I would record it and show it to you. So there you are. But anyway, thank you for hanging out with me, and come back and check me out again soon. Bye.